Okay, I think this started. All right, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to explain your animation activity coming up, the little project, okay? So we're seeing in this project a red cube and a green cube. And basically we're just going to do an animation and block it out, simple movements, and then eventually we're going to add certain principles of animation, okay? So the way the action works is the red cube goes up in the air, comes down, and displaces, moves the green out of the way. So you're basically contacting the green cube, and the green cube's moving away, and then it's going to take off like a rocket. Okay? That is essentially the big idea. However, later on, when we appreciate the nuances of animation, the little things, the details, you will see like we're going to add anticipation, preparing the audience for an action to take place before an action taking place. So basically in this situation, we're going to go backwards and then go forwards, preparing the action to take place. We're going to have a squash and stretch eventually. And then, you know, we're going to work on timing, weight, that kind of stuff, okay? And then over here, the last part of the rocket, we're going to use squash and stretch to take off. So all this, we're going to keep it simple, and we're not going to apply the straight ahead animation principle, which I will go through with you guys afterwards. So we're working with the principle of pose to pose, all right? So let me show you what that looks like in Blender. So this is the simple blocking of the shot. The red cube going in the air, coming down, and then displacing the green cube, and then the green cube taking off. So that is essentially what I'm going to start with right now. Okay, so this is what version open. So let me just go open, and then I'll go to version 1. Yeah, save. Let's just say save. Okay, so 0, maybe start here. Let's see if I could do this. Okay, so right now we have nothing moving, right? I'm gonna go save as. Guys, can you take care of that door over there, please? Somebody. Thank you. All right, thanks a lot. All right, so here's the red cube, and in order for us to animate, we need movement, right? Okay, it needs to go from one place to another over a period of time. Otherwise, you're standing still and there's no change. We need change for animation to take place, okay? So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna keep it simple here, and I'm gonna say to you, I'm gonna start at frame 0, 1, doesn't matter, okay? So basically the idea is to move from left to right, okay? So first of all, we need to press the record button, which is here, boom. And now it'll record every action. In this application, we need to press the letter I, hovering our mouse up here, for location, rotation, and scale. So what happened here, it lit up all these positions: location, rotation, scale. These are called transforms, right? Of some kind. So you see transform, transform. Okay, so somewhere in time, I'm going to say 24 frames is 1 second. So I'm going to go to 48 frames. So just roughly, I'm just blocking. It doesn't really matter because you're going to move keys eventually. Okay, so I'm going to say somewhere here. Okay, 2 seconds, 48. I move my time player, the player head, over here, and I'm going to move this guy across, just like that. That's the little touch. Okay, so you see it recorded, right? So I'm going to press I here, just in case. Location, rotation. Sweet. So watch what Blender is going to do. It's going to go from left to right. So it interpolates. Basically, it draws all the positions in between the beginning and the end. Okay, so that's what we wanted. And somewhere on the piece of paper, you're writing down at frame 48 is when the green cube starts to move. Okay, so if I click on the green cube, there's no diamond here. That means there's no position recorded in time. So I need to press I over here as well, location, rotation. So at 47, I'm going to press again. I'm going to say I, just right before it basically it hits. I want this to move 1 frame. We're not going to see it. So I'm just going to say at frame 48, I'm going to start moving. Okay, so over, let's say, half a second. So if this was 48 and 12, so I'll go to 60. Maybe I'll do something like this or more, or 72. Okay, so even 72. I'm going to go 24 frames. Okay, so 48 and 24 is 72 frames. So at 72, I'm going to move this over. Look like this. See? So it's going to take an entire 1 second, 1001, 24 frames is what I was trying to say. It goes here. Okay, and then the next action is somewhere over here afterwards. Okay, somewhere afterwards. Okay, this thing will take off. Okay, so this is the initial blocking. Boom, hit, an action that hits the green. So now I'm going to be displaced. I'm going to slide over, and eventually I'm going to take off, okay? So one of the things I want you to remember, the concept of a ping pong ball. We don't want to have one animation after another constantly moving. So sometimes we need to hold the position. So watch this. If this green is here, and if I click on it, so it's the only thing that's selected, becomes yellow diamond. See right there? Right click, copy. So I'm going to hold this for about 4 or 5 frames. It does 6 frames. Let's say I'm making stuff up here, 78. And I'm going to right click and paste. So right now there's no change. So boom, this is called a hold. When there's no change, it's called a hold. This moving hold, we're not even going to touch that yet, okay? That's much later. This is grade 9. 72 to 76. A quarter of a second, I'm staying in place, okay? So we'll go another, let's say 12 frames or something, or 24. Okay, 72, 80, 78, 82, 100. Let's just go somewhere here. Let's go 12 frames, okay? So we'll go to 90, and I'm just gonna go like that. Just shoot this beyond. Okay, so this is essentially me blocking out all the positions that's taking place. So let's play and watch. Boom, really slow. And then it goes. That's it. That's your first act, okay? First act of the animation is this. Block out the big ideas. Don't worry about if it looks right, looks wrong, that kind of thing, okay? So if I go now over here where the record button is, you got 8 minutes before class ends, so I gotta hurry up here. Okay, so start, I'm gonna say 1, I'm gonna score blocking. I'm gonna talk about this after another video, how to change this to FMPEG. Over here, encoding, not Matroska. I don't even know what that is. MPEG 4, H264, and this is it. Basically, I'm doing it right now, high quality. So you're coming over here. You're not using AVI, you're using FFmpeg. MPEG 4, H264. H264 is QuickTime. Medium quality. We're going to go to high. No big deal. So if I go over here now, and again, this thing needs to know where it is. You need to click here and give it a destination. So I have this as, I'm going to call this blocking demo of blocking, okay? So demo underscore blocking, good enough for now, save as. Okay, accept, render, animation. So here's what we have. It's going to frame by frame, okay? It's going to play the entire thing up to 100 frames. And you can see slowly what the action is. You know, the timing is off, everything is off. This is no time to make this look good, okay? So if I come over here now, somewhere in my folder, I will see that 9 something 53 right now, right? Yeah, it's this one. So you'll see I have this here, right here, nice and slow. We're gonna press play. That's essentially my first video to you. Do that, okay? When I was demoing in class, basically I did this with you, look. Minimize, get rid of that. I was in orthographic view like this. And I was saying to you, you guys like this a lot. So if I click on the red, watch this. Boom, hit, right? I went somewhere in the middle here. And I just raised this like this, look. Okay, somewhere over here, right? And I'm pressing I, location, rotation. Now watch the difference. This could be considered as blocking as well. Okay, this works, all right? Same idea. If I go to camera, you see this, okay? This is it, video number 1. That's as far as I want you to go the first day in blocking. Okay, thank you. Balian out.